So this is the women's gold medal match here at the World Championships in Düsseldorf. Coming out for Russia, it's Sofia Velikaya. She has won this competition twice before, once in Catania in 2011, once again in Moscow 2015. Can she make it 3 individual gold medals at World Championships? Part of the gold medal winning team in Rio, the Olympic Games, Sofia Velikaya has won 2 silver medals back-to-back in London and in Rio at the Olympic Games. And her opponent from Ukraine, it's Olga Kharlan.
She was Olympic champion in team in 2008, individual world champion in 2017.
Gold medalist in Beijing 2008. Bronze medalist in the Olympics in London 2012 and in Rio. She has won this title 3 times. Can she make it a record-breaking 4? This is the gold medal match of the women's individual sabre competition here at the World Championships in Düsseldorf. Olga Kharlan, ranked 2 in the world, against Sofia Velikaya, ranked number 1. These two are the best fencers in the world right now, and they're up against each other in the final. This is going to be an absolute humdinger. There is Olga Kharlan, looking as calm as she possibly can be. And Sofia Velikaya, a little smile, trying to calm the nerves. Both of these athletes have been here before. Joining me in the commentary box, Andrew Fischel.
Hey, everyone.
Well, we watched this competition go through all the way through the day, and Olga Kharlan has looked pretty much unbeatable, but so has Sofia Velikaya. Who is going to win this? I think it will be very close to call.
Yeah, there's no predicting this.
So if you're new to fencing and you're just tuning in, this is Sabre. It's fast, it's furious. Ignore the clock. It's 1st to 15. They take a break when the leading fencer reaches 8. It's a cutting weapon. You can score with the length of the blade as well as the tip, and the whole of the upper body is the target.
Wow, fantastic distance.
And if you're looking at what the fencers are doing, look at the feet first and then look up at the hands. The feet will determine which one is deciding and setting the pace. Of course, it's a weapon of convention, so the referee has to decide who has the attack in the final action. Now, referee Vasil Meninchev for this final. So a parry there. So if you're being attacked, your options are to either beat the attack through distance, get out of the way, and then it becomes your right of way, or parry your opponent's blade. So no separation given there. The third option is to counter, as long as you don't get hit. If there's only one light on the box, it can only go one way.
For those of you who are new to watching Sabre, think of it as taking turns. Once the action leaves the center of the piece, they take turns. So right there, it's Kharlan's turn, and then Sofia parries, so it becomes her turn. And at that point, Kharlan has to either try to steal the turn or do something to win it back.
Well, we knew this would be tight. They've just traded blows for the last 7 points. Oh, what happened to Kharlan there? Did she just...
I think she got stuck on the strip or something.
Yeah, just got a bit of grip.
Yeah, exactly. Look at the front foot. Yep. She tried to take a step, but the front of her front foot got stuck.
Toe bite.
Ooh.
Lovely long attack there.
Yeah, very composed. These two are both having trouble controlling the other person in the center. Wow. Kharlan's technique is so beautiful. Sometimes when she's fencing, it looks like she's giving her opponent a lesson.
Yeah, making it look simple there.
Yeah. She was so close to pulling her short. There were maybe a couple of inches separating that from being her touch or Velikaya's touch.
Kharlan seems to have gained the initiative, has the momentum right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kharlan wants that one.
That's an interesting touch that happens sometimes. Kharlan is way ahead with the feet, but Velikaya is a little bit ahead with the hand. So this is one of those that could go either way depending on the referee and how he calls things consistently.
And Vasil Melenchev comes back up onto the piste and gives it to the Russian.
If I were fencing, I wouldn't be upset with or expect either call.
Kharlan asking for another video review.
The referee says that he saw both of them try to take the blade, but Kharlan feels that she was more in control than Velikaya was and asked him to take a look with that in mind.
Nothing given.
But he says that's what I saw the first time. I saw it again the second time. No touch.
And Kharlan's point, we go to the break, 8-5. So what can Sofia Velikaya do to halt this great form from Olga Kharlan?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. She's not doing anything super wrong. She just doesn't have a lot of control in the center. I would try changing the rhythm of my attack a little bit more. She's defending herself well. She's just not really landing her attacks, which is not what we've seen in the last couple of bouts that we've watched of her.
Watch some of these fabulous slow motion shots.
I love watching the blades in slow motion, how whippy they are.
So here we go with the second period. Olga Kharlan has an 8-5 lead. It's nothing in Sabre, but she did have the momentum in that first period.
Yeah, a lead in Sabre means the least of the three weapons. Especially since time isn't a factor, you can't just sit back and time out the other person. You need to get the 15th touch. So you still need to stick with your game plan the whole time.
It's all about getting on a roll, scoring a few points in a row, working out your opponent, gaining the initiative.
Yeah, momentum is so important in Sabre. That touch the referee sees Kharlan start a little ahead of Velikaya.
That time simultaneous.
But I think Velikaya is doing a better job this this half than she was in the first half of changing her preparation in the center, so it's harder for Kharlan to feel where she is.
It's all about that initial step, those initial foot movements, as to how quick you close the distance, how patient you are.
And it's not just about being fast, it's about the acceleration. So how fast can you be from being slow?
And not just going forward either. Step in.
Yeah. Changing the distance is very important.
And Velikaya just take one there on the knee.
I'm not sure. I'm waiting for the replay to clarify things. It's possible she also took a bad step and like twisted it a little bit. Maybe she did. Maybe she did just get. Oh, I think she hit herself in the knee with the bell guard on the way down. Yep. Velikaya is, in my opinion, Velikaya is watching Kharlan to try to push her out of the center. And in the moment when she tries to decide whether she should finish or go, Kharlan is cutting into that.
Is already going. Just a fraction of a second ahead.
Yeah. It's hard to see, but it's an important call to make, because if the referee doesn't make that decision, like a less experienced referee, it makes it really hard for the defending fencer, because the attacking fencer just kind of has the ability to push as much as they want.
That time Kharlan came in and stopped.
And tried to take the blade. These refs are so experienced, they see everything.
Well, now Velikaya's closed it to within just one. It was a good start from Kharlan.
Velikaya goes for an action there, but Kharlan is ready for it and goes around the blade.
Kharlan is coming in looking.
Yeah, the referee says you could have taken over and done attack and prep because Velikaya was waiting, but instead you search for the blade right there, and then again, and so it's still right away from the right. If she hadn't done that, I think that would have been attack and prep from the left. Velikaya is again searching for the blade. In my experience, when a fencer is doing that, it means they don't really have a comfortable feeling of what the opponent is going to do. Wow, what a great attack.
Yeah, beautiful from Sofia Velikaya.
And set up by that fantastic pull in the middle. And she still almost missed. She got with like the last centimeter of the blade. Look at that. I'm not even sure from that replay. It didn't look at all like she hit her.
No. Well, the scores are level. Olga Kharlan started well, but Sofia Velikaya
is finishing well.
Really worked her way back into this.
Yeah.
Well, we knew it would be tight.
Yeah.
So this is when these decisions become so important. At 13-all, Vasil Malenciev can opt to go and have a look at the video. Doesn't need to be asked. Talks to Luigi Martellotti, comes back and gives it to Velikaya. Now the Russian is in the lead and just 1 point away.
Wow, so composed. Like I said before, in the semifinal, it's so much easier to finish short, but to extend your attack is something that takes a lot of presence of mind and resolve. Velikaya went for an action, and Kharlan extended.
Oh, well, he's got to go to have a look.
At 14-14, he has to have a look. I would say slightly more for Kharlan, but probably still simultaneous.
Yeah, it needs to be fairly clear at 14 all.
Yeah.
Yeah, easier just to give it that way. So, 14 apiece. Who's going to win the gold? Who's going to have to settle for silver? Kharlan attacking.
Wow.
Kharlan finishes. And Kharlan
with a well-deserved win.
Kharlan wins the gold here in Budapest and sets a record for women's sabre. 4 times she has won this world title. Olga Kharlan from Ukraine is the gold medal winner.
It's fitting that the two of them were so dominant all day, and the final score was 15-14. No one was able to establish dominance over the other. It came down to a few centimeters on the last touch to determine who world champion was.
Olga Kharlan just able to wrestle the initiative away on that final point.
That was an amazing bout.
Well, that was absolutely incredible. Just have a look at this last point again. Yeah, just centimeters in it.
Exactly. That saber, though, a few centimeters and a few instants determine who win the bout.
Well, that set things up very nicely. And a great boost. Olympic Games in just a year's time. Olga Kharlan will be going into that with bags of confidence. Both of these fencers with a lot to prove come Tokyo 2020. And I wouldn't bet against seeing both of them in the gold medal match come Tokyo 2020.
Olga Kharlan became world champion, and for the first time in 2013, it was also in the Hungarian capital.
Can you tell who she's giving a hug to?
The 2 world championships.
Couldn't quite see.
I couldn't either.
But well done, Olga Kharlan.
And 2 more altogether. This is 4. Therefore, she just became.
She really deserved it.
Yeah.
She fenced so well today.
Yeah.
They both deserve it, but
yeah. Confirmation that it was just 1 point in the end. Olga Kharlan snatches it from 14 apiece to 15-14.
wow.
Yeah, that was pretty special. Andrew, thanks for joining us. Thanks for your insight.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah. We're going to change pace slightly now and move from women's sabre to men's foil.